Hey, what's up, y'all?
Yo,
Hey!
yo.
Happy Saturday, Moan Ferris.
Happy Saturday to you too, sir.
And happy holidays to you guys as well.
Indeed.
Happy Honda days also.
Wow. Oh, forgot about that ad campaign.
Yep. The stream is
For
not
everybody with
sponsored
the
by
flu,
Honda.
I hope that you are a snowman that comes out of the snow and drinks Campbell's soup, and then all the snow melts away, and then you are a child that's filled with
You're a
joy of the
child
holidays.
This takes some Campbell soup.
Yeah.
All of our good sentiments come from commercials.
Yeah. That's how I learned morality.
Wow. Campbell's chicken soup ad campaigns in the 80s.
Lord.
We're not going to play today, and we're going to do an art stream.
Yeah, we're going to do something special.
I've got this huge map.
Whoa!
With all these things need to be drawn in. And going to do that.
We're going to comment on every stroke that Ben makes.
Bold move, Cotton.
Yeah, let's see if it pays off.
Play-by-play art stream.
Ah, yes. Ziquag mash, bulk down, bizarre buff.
So I guess we'll start with the prickle. Shall we?
Yeah, we've been there.
We've been there. It was very prickly, very thorny.
Yeah.
Very snarly.
Let's see. We met the little shrub prince.
Yep. You know? Shrub Prince, which sounds like its own children's series.
He's the breakout star of Land of Eam.
Note to self: the Shrub Prince series.
And can you center the prickle a little more in our view? Thanks.
There you go. Look at that.
That's why you guys are here.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's why we're here.
Half the prickle was covered.
No other purpose.
Yeah. Backseat artists, you know?
Backseat artists, for sure.
Those who can't do critique Ben. Yep. It's really difficult to get the right, overlay and interplay of the prickle.
Yeah, the prickle interplay.
I don't even know what I'm doing right now. I'm just
yeah.
I think I know what you're doing. You're making art.
I can feel the art happening.
I can feel it and see it. It surrounds us, it binds us.
Now Ben's got that nifty little Cintiq with that pen, so he can just click the thumb button and erase it.
Yeah,
undoes immediately what he does.
Without it, I'd be lost.
He'd be control Zing with his other hand, and no one wants to do that.
And that's not efficient.
No, he's got to pet his dog with the other hand.
Drawing with a real pen, I think to myself, Control Z. Undo.
You just shout out undo.
Yeah.
Why is it undoing?
Yeah, it's very reminiscent of Jackie Chan and Who Am I?
Yeah.
Just yelling up into the
sky.
Undo!
Who Am I? Is that the one where he's in the desert?
No.
Or is that Mr.
There's like the Amazon rainforest portion of it.
No, that's Operation Condor.
Is that Operation?
I think so. He's in the rainforest or the jungle.
I feel like he's getting rained on when he yells, "Who am I?" But is it in the desert or in the jungle?
I thought he was on like a mountaintop.
He is on a mountaintop. But...
What biome is Jackie Chan in this time?
Yeah. Yeah, he's near Bogtown for sure.
Yeah. Is there a Jackie Chan equivalent in Land of Eam?
It's a really good idea.
Like I kind of love like a lovable, scampy, like
an amazing martial artist hero who doesn't ever want any trouble.
Yeah. He's like, just take it. It's fine. I don't need it.
It's fine. I don't want any trouble. And then he ends up fighting 70 gangsters in the street.
Yeah. One of his class abilities is to like continue to do martial arts on a broken ankle after jumping onto a hovercraft.
Yeah.
Are we going to have a Land of Eam martial art?
Is there not a Land of Eam martial art?
I don't.
Not explicitly.
Not explicitly, yeah. Wow. Orchescasi. Yeah, it's the martial art you need to capture the Salamari.
Yeah.
Yes, Alamari.
We could have like Donk Kwon Do.
Taekwondo. I like it. Yeah, we should have like some sort of martial arts. What is it? What is George? If anybody knows this, it's you.
No, Lord.
Because I can't. I know I've heard it before, and I know a little bit about it, but I don't remember
It's
the name.
capoeira. No.
So, like, I was watching a YouTube video about European martial arts that are like not like mainstream known, but like
Was it for like footman combat kind of? If you've been
yes,
disarmed?
it's like there's like there's like different European martial arts that were associated with like both the medieval period and the Renaissance, and I watched a really interesting video about it on the YouTubes. And what was odd is I'd heard the name of it before but didn't know what it was called, and now I'm asking you before I Google it if you
I don't know, but I know of which you're speaking. Ancient European
Hema
martial
is
art.
just historical European martial arts. That's not what it was called, though. What did the guy call it?
Welcome to the stream, guys.
Welcome to the stream where we Google
a list of European martial arts styles. Bartitsu? Okay, that seems too modern because it's like combining jiu-jitsu and cane fighting and boxing. Or maybe these are actually like modern ones.
Cane fighting like with a stick, or cane fighting like the wrestler in Red and Black?
I know Michael Caine specifically.
Michael Caine Jaws era fighting, where he
Jaws
flies planes into sharks.
Oh Lord.
Michael Caine, he was my favorite Ebenezer Scrooge ever.
He's such a wonderful actor.
Yes.
Actor, I believe.
That's how you say it.
Actor.
I'm an actor.
Let's see. What style martial art did European knights use when they got separated from their weapon? Hugs. What?
Is that actually what it says?
This is a Quora thing. I don't know. It's suss it out.
Yeah. Well, another time we can look it up, but
sound off in the comments below.
Yeah, I'll have to look up like my YouTube history to see it. This was like several weeks ago too. So watched a lot of Jiminy Glick since then.
A lot of Jiminy Glicks.
Purged everything.
Yeah, 20 hours of Jiminy Glick roasting.
Jiminy Glick and like Tim and Eric's awesome show clips.
Great job. Yeah. It's free real estate.
Oh, it's great. Really bad. You know, the Prickle is a pretty cool spot. It reminds me a little bit of
Mr. Toad's Wild Ride.
No.
Yes.
The throng weed like maze in Rickety Stitch Book 1, where they go through all the it's like 2 panels worth, but like or whatever.
It reminds me of Razor Fen Crawl from
in the
World of Warcraft.
George is right. George is right.
But what I would say that was one of the more unique areas. Like that, the visuals of giant brambles growing through mountains and weaving through like the earth.
Wasn't there something like that in Guild Wars as well? But
very likely.
Guild Wars is
very
a game
likely.
I like played a lot of and then instantly forgot everything. Like I remember nothing of Guild Wars, but I remember playing a lot with you guys.
I recently played Guild Wars 2 again. It was like very, very good and held up.
That's cool.
But you know those MMOs.
Yeah.
What about them? What are you trying to say?
I'm trying to say it's a time
life.
commitment. Yeah.
It is a time commitment. I haven't played one in a long time.
But it's like such a lovely treadmill if you come home at night and you're just like want to decompress.
It's a really interesting calling that a treadmill. Because it's like the opposite of. But I totally understand.
You only get fatter.
But I totally understood your meaning.
Yeah. It's a grind. It's a grind. You know.
Yeah.
Just,
Sometimes you like the grind. You know what I mean?
I like grinder rolls for my sandwiches. And deli meats.
And it's all about the meats for George.
Yeah. It's all about the
Arby's.
Nakadonkey tube steaks.
Arby's.
We got the meats.
Arby's.
This stream
love
brought to you
Arby's.
by not
H. John
Arby's.
Benjamin.
What?
It's John.
I've been on a
Benjamin loves Arby's.
Bob's Burgers kick. I rewatched from season 1, like in season 7 now, and it's good lord, it's such a good comedy gold the entire time through. It's so consistent.
You know, speaking of H. John Benjamin, our friend of the land of Eam, Barry Underwick of Sandwiches of History. If you haven't checked out the Instagram account, oh my gosh, it's amazing. H. John Benjamin is a fan of his Instagram.
Amazing.
And he like reposted a joke video that he did about H. John Benjamin's whiskey, I believe. And it's funny stuff. They were like DMing.
That's amazing. One degree of separation from H. John Benjamin.
Yeah, that's true. You heard it here first. We got 1 degree of separation. Friend of the show.
Yeah, friend of the show, H. John Benjamin.
Friend of the show. No. But Sandwiches History is great. They did a Land of Eam sandwich like when we were doing our Backer Kit campaign, the Dusty Nutter Goose, which included waffles, duck meat, peanut butter, and cherry pop rocks. And if you, I'll try to link it. I'll link it here.
Link it below. Oh, interesting, Ben. I didn't think
That it was going to be green.
I didn't think it was going to be green. I really didn't. But you know, you're in a yeah. Tube steak, mind blown. You're in a swamp. I guess there's like a lot of water. You know, a lot of water. So these are really healthy, hydrated. Brambles.
Yeah, you know.
Also, didn't think it'd be so pervasively close to Bogtown.
It's kind of what separates,
like that from Orchstein, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And the only thing that keeps the Orches away from Bogtown.
It's true. Otherwise, they would just go full out attack on the civilized world.
Now, does it slightly block the river of the Nakadonkey Bayou, like coming down from Munch towards Orchstein, or is it like still navigable? It's a major commerce channel, you know.
It's a major commerce channel.
Well,
or they detour around Skiff, because then Bogtown's not. They're pretty useless port city. Not port, but you know, like river port.
Yeah, it's navigable. I mean,
not drawn to
might
scale.
have to. Might have to, close that off here for George.
No.
Oh,
George is a good play tester.
No.
George is getting upset.
George is a good play tester.
I'm just thinking about the
art.
Economics of Bogtown. You know,
yeah, he needs 1 hex separation from all graphical elements, so that he knows he can travel to each part of the map efficiently. For when he's got to get on that treadmill and find some components.
Just got to get across. Ben, you remind me. You color so well inside the lines because you're using masks. Is that it?
No, I'm not using a mask.
You're just that good.
He's just that good.
I don't believe
that good.
I mean, I was even good as a kid. You know what I mean?
I was even good as a kid. All right, guys, it's been a nice stream.
He's a regular Rembrandt, this guy.
Look at this.
No, I have a clear memory of
His clear memories of being good as a child.
Yeah.
Just being really obedient and always coloring within the lines.
Like I had this Ninja Turtle coloring book, and I let my friends color in it too, and I was getting annoyed that they were like just all over the place.
Yeah,
I hate it.
And I was like,
ruining the characters.
Just color within the lines. And then one of my friends, his childhood friend, lived on my street. He was like, well, look at this one. You colored out of the lines. And there was like a little misstroke.
Ever since that
I was
day.
like, I was in the car.
It's in a car.
I was in a car. My father was a scientist.
I was in the car, guy. Okay.
I love it.
They just didn't know the first rule of art is the nail that stands up gets hammered down. Always color within the line.
I have so much more respect for you now, Ben.
Yeah, it's about obedience to the rules.
Knowing that you've been an inside the lines kind of guy all along.
Now anytime an editor says like, well, we'd like to add this to the art or make some random change, I'm gonna say he was in the car.
He was in the car.
How dare you? He did this in the car.
I love it. I love it. Ooh, he's picking a different color using the dropper tool for. Is it for shading? Putting shadows.
No, I'm not going to worry about shadows right now. I'm just going to go big picture.
Just
yeah.
Then you got to warn me before we're moving somewhere else.
Yeah, he can't keep up like that.
Yeah, I mean, I was like, am I even going to color stuff? But
yeah, dude.
You know, I may or may not always color something, but I just want to get a lot done.
Yeah, stay tuned.
Broad
strokes.
Yeah.
Look at that weepy trade.
Yeah, he's the pinnacle of efficiency.
Now this is the wishing willow, which is a tree in Fleabag County. That's sort of like
the great pumpkin from Charlie Brown's Halloween.
It's dying, you know, and it's seen better days.
Yeah.
And it used to be this tree that people came to wish on, and like back when there was more community and just folk traditions in the Mucklands. And now it's lonely and it hates people because people have tried to chop it down and whatnot.
So it has the capacity to feel and thus hate people. Like it's
it's actually a beamkin.
Yeah, I was gonna say, is it a sentient like beamkin? Okay, got it.
When you wish upon a tree. Oh wait, I shouldn't do that. We'll get flagged by the mouse.
Yeah, dude, we just got copyright struck. Thank you.
Sorry. How many bars do you think you can get into it before they come for you with Death Troopers?
I mean, you're pushing it. You're pushing it.
The mouse.
I'm already going to move on, guys.
I feel so unfulfilled.
You know what the lesson we're learning here is? Get it done.
Yeah. Ben is a capricious artist. He goes wherever his whims take him.
Done is better than perfect.
Yeah. That's how I do anything.
Then it exists and we can enjoy it.
Yeah.
All this stuff is zoomed out, you know, like when you're actually looking at it, it's pretty tiny.
That's true. It's a big map. The Jagged Hills, right next to Junktown.
Jagged.
Reg.
This here is the Fleabag County Fairgrounds.
This year or this year?
This year.
Oh, I thought we were having like an event. I was like,
he meant to say this here.
No.
This here. Now this down here, these are pumpkins.
I tell you what.
You know what pumpkins are good for? Pumpkin chunking.
Pumpkin chunking.
Just throw them as far as you can. You got ogres who try to throw them from that area right into the crack.
That's a good idea. That's a good idea. Is there a pumpkin chunking quest, Ben? Something of that nature? I feel like that there is at least that play on words.
There has. I mean, like it's a classic.
I think it's an ability of the pumpkins.
Oh, you're right.
Wait, pumpkins can chunk themselves?
They carry little rotten pumpkins.
Yeah.
Oh, so they throw their dead children at these things.
Ne'er-do-wells.
Nah.
Vandals.
Wandals. I don't know about the last line, Ben. I don't know about the last line.
Don't worry about it.
I was in the car.
So Ben, why do it in red and then just quickly redo it over in black in a more permanent fashion? Is it just like that's your habit of how you plan? Like that's the whole blue grease pencil style?
Yeah, it's like penciling, but I felt like red was easier to see on the map.
But do you feel like the outline you make in red, like do those just take you like a handful of seconds and you go to the next thing and you go to the next thing?
Yeah, I was just kind of just blocking stuff out.
Okay.
I would just like to acknowledge that I see it as orange, like many of the people watching the stream, not red.
I mean, it's a shade of red.
It's like a burnt orange. It's like
a burnt
potpourri
sienna.
orange, like a dried up potpourri orange.
It's also because I reduced the
Reuse and
opacity.
recycle.
Oh,
yeah, I'm using a
Those
HDR
days.
monitor, which shows me all the open. No, it doesn't.
This here. Now this here.
Oh, this
There you
year.
The much better.
Is a crawlbad layer.
Yeah, it's crawlbads actually build like giant termite mounds using the mud that they collect with their claws.
I'm just gonna Google that real quick. Crawfish.
Pretty sure they just make holes in the ground. I could be wrong.
They create these like tower things.
Crawfish. Oh yeah. Okay. All right. No way. It's theorized that these chimneys extending above the soil allow for better oxygen flow in the burrow. During a drought, crawfish will plug the opening of their mounds with mud to keep water in the burrow from evaporating.
Smart.
I'll say this: I was not giving them enough credit. I thought that these creatures were much more simple.
Now, most of them have are affiliated with some sort of architectural degree or at least architectural design training of some kind. You use an AutoCAD.
Ben, I can't believe you. I just think that's interesting that you decided to like draw it askance and then you wanted to straighten it out.
Well, I mean, it was an accident.
No, he was in the car. No,
I appreciate how. That's going to become a meme now.
Yeah,
he was in the car.
Yeah, it's not a criticism. I just was like, you made it look so easy. Like I would never have thought to like transform it and just skew it. But that's years of art,
Oh yeah, I mean, most of the time things are lopsided.
So you'll stretch and reshape until they look like appropriate for your desires. I like it. What color is this going to be, Ben? Don't worry about
it. Brown.
Okay. All right.
Kind of.
I'm just trying to remember what this is.
That is Bugbear Holler.
Yeah.
No, it's not. That's farther to the south.
Oh wait, no, you're right.
I think it's the.
I know what it is.
Hamlets.
Yes.
It was what?
It's a barrel house. That's Coop's house.
Oh, okay. Coop Cooperson.
Coop Cooperson, main character of Dungeoneer Adventures.
Available now.
Yeah. Wherever books are sold. And book 2 coming out next May.
I'm very excited.
It continues.
Book 2 Electric Boogaloo.
Indeed.
Was that Ben? Was that a dirigible, like a Zeppelin?
Dirigible.
In 545.7? No, it's not. I thought it was like a balloon, like a Zeppelin type thing, but I was wrong.
Yeah, some of these I'm going to skip because
No, you're fine. I was just curious. Are Zeppelins only in shrimp?
I don't think they're really Zeppelins. I mean, there could be. We have like airships.
I want you guys to do a Murder on the Orient Express type, but an airship just flying across line of beam. It goes from like Bogtown to Dunk or something.
From Cloud Cap to the Electric City in Trim.
Yeah.
The Electric City. We got a photorealistic image of Monterey Bay.
I can see the otters actually.
Yeah, they're there.
From here.
Otters.
Yeah.
I was in Monterey Bay not terribly long ago. And there was like a great migration of seals, like harbor seals.
It must have been smelly.
It was tremendously smelly. If you're unfamiliar with the seal, the lovable, adorable tube animal, the seal, they're very stinky. Very, very stinky.
They're so stinky.
They're like fishy, wet dogs. It's really an interesting smell. And when there are hundreds and hundreds of them and you are downwind of it, it's something to behold.
Yeah. The only thing that punctuates the smell is the sound of them like wrestling with each other. Just like charging and slamming into each other.
Slamming and honking, like playing in the water. I mean, they were really cute and amazing. It was like cool, but it was really stinky. It was assaulting to the senses.
The salty boys.
Assaulting.
Maybe think about like those Arctic adventurers and scientists when they go to like study emperor penguins. Like in one of the documentaries I saw years ago, the commentator, I think like David Attenborough type, was commenting on how like tremendously bad smelling it is, and you have to like adjust to it for a week. Like, you know, farmers adjust to the farm. They're like, they don't smell it.
Yeah.
It's like the scientists do the same thing because it's wild.
Well, yeah, I mean, gosh, that much poop in one place.
Yeah, it's a lot. The next sandbox will have an entire island made out of bird droppings.
Yeah, it should. It should. People who go there should have to make vitality checks. Like the minute they get into like an adjacent hex, vitality checks. Roll 1d6 to see which direction the wind is blowing. If it's blowing in your direction.
Can you imagine if Landing had mechanics for tracking the direction of the wind? There's got to be RPGs that are deep that have that kind of thing.
Oh, I'm sure.
I don't know that I would ever want to keep track of something like that, but
I mean,
I guess if you're playing the TTRPG of Master and Commander, it's like really incredible. It's super
Lord. Important. Yeah. You sail into the wind.
Into the wind.
Yeah. Russell Crowe catches you.
Yeah. Not his character, like actually Russell Crowe.
Like actual cannibal Shia LaBeouf.
Yeah.
What do you think about the shark fin?
Love it.
Reminds me of I don't recall, but it was a 2000 era classic movie where the theme song was sung by LL Cool J, and it was "My Head Is Like a Shark Fin."
Is that true? Because all those things sound untrue, but they're so
all these things are true.
They must be true.
My head is like.
Is that the one where Samuel L. Jackson gets eaten?
Yes, it was Deepest Bluest is the name of the song, and I imagine it's from the movie Deep Blue Sea.
Deep Blue Sea, yes.
Yeah, 1999. I was off by a year.
Year at a Congo.
I'm going to read you some of the poetry.
Please do.
Begins with my hat is like a shark's fin. Deepest, bluest, my hat is like a shark's fin. Deepest, bluest, my hat is like a shark's fin. Man-made terror, hungry jaws of death. Y'all don't cross my depths. I'll pause your breaths. I cause you to sink down 40,000 leagues, bleeding to death with no arms and short sleeves. My world's deep blue. Killers gotta eat too. Looking for human flesh to rip my teeth through. Other fish in the sea, but barracudas ain't equal to a half-human predator created by a needle.
Wow.
It's giving away a little bit of the plot.
Yeah, no kidding. Yikes.
Spoiler alert, Jet black eyes, baby, they stare while you sleep. When your Titanic sinks, I'm the one you're going to meet.
Wait, hold on a second. In Deep Blue Sea, the sharks are half human?
I think they've been injected. I think the premise of the movie was they were trying to do like cancer research because sharks never get cancer. So they made some like human shark hybrid, maybe giving it the intelligence of a human, but the capacity and strength of a shark.
The intelligence of a human.
I won't go on, but I think because man, there's a couple verses here.
Yeah, you can omit those verses.
Yeah,
but I appreciate them.
The warrior poet LL Cool J.
Deep Blue Sea. I think I've seen about 10 minutes of that movie.
Cool James, yeah.
Is that what it is?
Yeah, that is where it comes from because ladies love Cool James. Ben is absolutely correct.
LL Cool J from now
on. LARPers love Cool James Parks.
Yes.
Ben, what was your question? What do we think about the shark fin?
Clearly, we loved it.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
What is the shark fin signifying? Is there a a particularly big shark there?
Shark.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it is a shark.
Definitely a shark there.
Roy Scheider is the name of the shark.
Wow. His buddy dolphin named Darwin.
Darwin and Darwin, go back into Conan's Shield. Something that is something that actually pops into my head all the time.
God.
I think it's because I associate with what is the name? Needle? In the Conan show? Gosh, I never really watched the Conan show. I saw some of it, but I think the Phoenix's name is Needle. I think it's Needle. And he's Needle goes back into Conan's shield is all I remember from the show. But it's the same voice to me as the dolphin in
Sequest.
Sequest.
Yeah, Sequest DSV. They're of the same era.
Yeah, it's the same thing.
Same vibe, Back when we had hope for humanity.
Yeah. Yep.
Were there aliens in Sequest?
Yeah.
There were certainly
I thought aren't there
mutated dudes with fins.
Really?
I don't know.
I remember
didn't they have
some of the guys had
alien
gills.
Guy wasn't there an alien guy on the crew with gills or something?
There was a big strong dude.
That's the
who
guy
had tattoos all over his body.
Was he not an alien?
Or were they tattoos or were they
tattoos?
Tattoos.
Tatoonie, yeah.
Tatoonie. Dan Tooney.
Ted Raimi as Lieutenant Tim O'Neill. Frank Welker as the voice of Darwin.
Wow.
I love it. I love it.
If you said Billy West, I wouldn't have been surprised.
Yeah. No, it was. We're thinking of Peter DeLuise as Dagwood. Interestingly enough, Peter DeLuise also directed several episodes of Stargate and starred in them.
I need to know: is he related to Dom DeLuise?
He is the son of Dom DeLuise.
He's the son of Dom DeLuise.
Truly. I've been down this rabbit hole before.
That's amazing. Wait. So the alien in Sequest DSV is the son of Dom DeLuise.
Yeah. Let me learn a little more about Dagwood.
Dagwood DeLuise.
He's a prototype.
My next Land of Doom character is going to be named Dagwood.
Dagwood. He's something called a Ghelf, a GELF, and I think they were genetically enhanced super soldiers or something.
In
so
Dark
there's no
Crystal? Gelfling is what that.
But this is an acronym for something.
Yeah. So he's not
genetically evolved.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
Flagellum.
Luke Flagellum.
Lover.
Genetically engineered life form.
He's a Geffel. Genetically evolved flagella lover.
Dang old flagella lovers.
He's a Geffel.
See, I had to repeat that because I knew that Ben said it, but didn't actually hear it come out.
Yeah.
He's a Geffel. He's down at he's in the submarine with Roy Scheider.
Yeah, dang old Geffel.
Son of DeLuise. Oh, gosh.
Son DeLuise.
Dom DeLuise, man.
It had Ted Raimi in the first season. Oh no, maybe in all the seasons.
I feel like they could have got Ted Raimi for all the seasons. He's
Let me some.
90s were a big time for him. He was on the Xena.
Xena,
one of the most reviled characters.
Joxer.
That's it. Wow. I could have never told you
that. That was a deep pull.
That was a deep pull.
I didn't hate him, but he was an idiot.
I felt like people hated that character.
I'm not surprised. Like I'm not surprised. I just kind of loved Ted Raimi.
Yeah, no, I kind of love Ted Raimi too. Every time I see him, just a little smile gets on me. I love this Raimi.
Yeah.
Theodore Raimi.
Theodicus.
He dies a horrible death in Darkman. Darkman, there's a classic. Darkman's a movie that you wouldn't expect, but has a million sequels, right?
Yeah. Yeah, it's got to have at least 3.
Yeah.
Darkman.
Directed by Sam Raimi. How many? Oh yeah, there's a Darkman 2, The Return of Durant, and then Darkman 3, Die Darkman Die.
I kind of love that title. Now that I think Die Darkman Die. There's like something about that sounds really like pulp. Saturday matinee. Pulpy.
Mm-hmm.
Like
like
when you go to The Empire Strikes Back. It's like it's like the 60s. You're going to a matinee and you're going to watch 2 or 2 Darkman movies in a row because they film them like 2 in a row
concurrently. Yeah. This is when Arnold Vosloo took over as Darkman. Or did he take over? Oh, he took over in Darkman 2 as well.
Is he the guy from
The Mummy?
Yeah.
He was Imhotep, yes.
Dude, you have deep knowledge. Like you have skills.
No, it's like their faces very much stick out in my head.
George has deep knowledge of that type of movie.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like now, you can't see it. But he's also watching Hard Target with Jean-Claude Van Damme, like through the corner of his eye.
Have you guys watched JCVD on Amazon?
I haven't, but it was recommended to me by someone.
Yeah, I want to watch it. I don't know if I've watched like an episode of it. Let's see. I'm gonna start watching that while we stream, guys.
Yeah. There you go. Give us the play-by-play of that. JCVD. Did you see that Amazon is going to do a Warhammer show with Henry Cavill?
Well, it was kind of sad what happened to Henry Cavill. That you heard. So he left The Witcher. I'm sure there were other reasons. I haven't read a lot about it, but he left The Witcher and he was going to go be Superman because he played Superman in the Black Adam movie. That was kind of a big deal, and it was going to be like a reboot or relaunch of him as Superman. And then James Gunn says we're not going to continue forward with him as Superman. And then he's basically left in the lurch, which is sad. I mean, he basically, I think he left The Witcher without ever signing a contract for future movies, which sucks. But I'm interested to see what he does as EP for 40K Amazon series, which probably won't come out for another. He's 5-6 years.
Personally, he's a mega fan. So
yeah, totally. Yeah, he's got to love the source material as much as he loved The Witcher, if not more.
Yeah, it's crazy.
It's going to be good.
Believe that there's going to be a Warhammer show. That's not for kids.
No, God.
Some of it is though. A lot of Warhammer. They're pretty good about cordoning it off, but a lot of the material that he grew up with as a kid is hard R for sure.
Hard R,
like a pirate.
Arr.
Yar, says I.
Ooh, also Jean-Claude Van Johnson is really good. So when Jean-Claude Van Damme is actually, in fact, a secret agent.
That's really funny. That's the movie that Steven Seagal wishes he could make.
Yeah, well, it's like a series, actually.
It's a series?
It was a series. It was a 6-episode series. I don't think they ever went on more with it, but it was just really good.
Wow. That is wild, yeah.
I'm going to watch it again today.
Ben, I got to compliment you on this one in particular. I feel it's really well executed.
Gotta figure out we were doing art.
Cubism.
Yeah, I'm over here. This is ghost town right here.
Love it.
I got really distracted. Are there going to be any ghosts like on the map, like spirits coming out of windows or anything?
Nah, that's too much.
Okay, it's too on the nose.
Well, it's like it's such a small detail.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to.
Georgie loves small details.
I've never heard you say Georgie in the third person before. And it knocked me off my sock. It knocked my socks off.
I'm gonna knock your socks off, dude. Knocked out your
Georgie.
Small details.
Georgie likes this chicken spicy.
Can't do it all the time. You gotta have just little outbursts every once in a while.
A silver bullet you had.
Yeah, gotta keep them locked and loaded.
Yeah, it's good. It's good. It's Gouda.
It's so Gouda. Oh, is this a graveyard, Ben?
It is, George.
Put me there.
It is a graveyard, an old graveyard. In fact, it's called the Old Graveyard.
Is it old spelled with an E?
No.
Oh, that's a shame. I call it a missed opportunity, Ben. It's all right.
Ye olden.
Yeah.
Actually, you know what?
It's not a graveyard after all.
We could share what some of this looks like.
You got some more ort?
Some of the layout.
Okay. Is there a mausoleum in this graveyard?
A mausoleum.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Nice.
So here's the ghost town, and here's the old graveyard.
Dinara's Wrath.
Quick draw, McBriar. Hori Veldi. Sorry, I can't. It's like just barely out of my field of vision.
Hori Veldini.
I like this quest at the ghost town where they were all mistakenly killed by Felmog Knights, like everyone at the saloon in the ghost town, and you could avenge their deaths, but you would have to go slay
so Ulfrex?
Ulfrex's hand, which are his lieutenants.
Yeah.
So it's a big ask.
It's a big ask.
But Ancient Horde?
Possibly.
Maybe.
Each Felmog of that level has kind of got an Ancient Horde in their gear.
Yeah, I was gonna say these guys are armed to the teeth. Like their teeth are also weapons.
They're obsessed with relics.
Yeah, remove their teeth. It's worth ancient coins.
Yeah. I mean, it's just like
so gross, so grim. It's very Mad Max.
Yeah. So in Diablo 2, you remove the ears, and Land of Eam, you remove the teeth. It's fine.
That's not true.
And the old graveyard. It's been ransacked by thieves,
grave robbers, scum.
The bandits at Castle Ganesh, which is a landmark in the south of Drippy Downs.
Not to be confused with Ganesh, the Indian god.
Correct.
Not at all. Spelled differently entirely.
Is it though? Hey, Moreno. Welcome to the
Hey, Moreno.
Moreno.
Hey.
Moreno just finished all the maps that he was doing for the game, which is awesome.
So we can make him do more maps, you're saying? He has bandwidth for it now.
I mean, I would love
the future.
Yeah. I love his maps, yeah.
Moreno do more maps in the future. In fact, Moreno, are you down for more maps in the future? Because
put him on the spot.
Yeah, I am putting him on the spot because we would love to do more work with Moreno. Moreno is a brilliant artist, and his
I've got
maps are gorgeous.
6 hexes I want to talk to him about.
You can.
Mm-hmm.
6 hexes. The 6 hexes of Georgie H.
What was they? What do we call them? Houlihan's hexes? What was Goulahan's? Never mind.
Goulahan's hexes.
Yeah.
Houlihan.
It's a swath of land that he inherited from his family.
Mm-hmm.
And he bought a zoo.
We bought a zoo.
We bought a zoo.
It's a real we bought a zoo scenario.
It's a real we bought a zoo scenario.
Oh, the aquamarine dragon has a question about what happens when oil mixed with electric.
Does that pertain to anything we said?
It may or may not pertain to anything we said. I wonder if there would be enough voltage to like ignite the oil as a source.
I'm sure, right?
Right.
I'm sure. That would make a great hazard in a land beam. You know what I mean?
Rule number 1 of land of beam is scene safety.
It was a pleasure working with you, Moreno.
Yes, it was.
We'll definitely be in touch for our next sandboxes.
These guys will both endorse you on LinkedIn.
Wow.
LinkedIn.
Yeah, for cartography.
I would.
Yeah,
I would for fantasy cartography.
Yeah.
Fantasy cartography. It's one of my favorite things ever.
Me too. Is this a tomb of some sort, Ben? Is this a door to a tomb? Or is this a door to an underground passage that goes to the other map? Or is it both?
That would have been cool.
That would have been cool.
That would have been cool. Yeah. It's definitely that.
Really good idea.
Yeah.
This is called the Starfell door.
Made of
Associated
Starfell
with
metal.
series of quests.
It is a nigh impenetrable door that you got to figure out how to open.
It's an Elvish word for friend.
Mello.
I can't explain it, but I knew you were going to do it. I could hear it come out of your mouth. Look at that door there, huh?
I've been listening to the Lord of the Rings on audio book for a while now, and it's good stuff.
It is good stuff.
Is that the one you guys were saying? That was my question.
I just finished it not long ago. Just finished it. I did the.
I'm almost done with Two Towers. It's Andy Serkis like really makes it amazing.
Oh my gosh!
Yeah,
his performance is like incredible.
How long is each audiobook?
20 plus hours.
Okay. Yeah.
It's good.
It's fun. I'm sad that I don't read as much anymore, and that's my own fault. But
Audible's great for that. Like
Audible is great.
I read pretty much every night, but like
Yeah.
when I'm like doing chores or cleaning or just whatever, or if I'm commuting, I'll listen to audiobooks, and it's really increased the amount of books that I consume in a year.
That's
yeah,
good.
same. Like I listen to a lot of hours just like walking the dog.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. You think we can get sponsored by Audible?
That's what we're trying to do, like desperately right now.
No, that's not true.
None of it.
None of it. It's great though. Like, and if occasionally I'll be listening to like a skills improvement book, or like that'll have like, you know, whatever
like
it is.
Skills,
like bow hunting skills,
Nunchuck
skills,
perception,
computer
vigor,
hacking,
Vim,
and I'll listen to those 2x speed, because you can increase the speed, and that helps me like read them faster. If, like want to learn how to do something really quickly. Yeah,
I actually used to do that I would have a PDF reader for a lot of our anesthesia PDFs, and I would have it just read at me at 2x speed, and my eyes would roll up in the back of my head, and I was verbal knowledge.
I can feel the universe inside me.
Wait, so how do you get to the other maps? You have to go through the underground area?
So to get to the other maps that don't exist,
I mean, they do exist.
They do exist in our minds, and there are some sketches
conceptually.
Of them, they conceptually exist, and there's definitely more. Especially if you've read Rickety Stitch, you know that there's a lot more in the world. But the way they're situated now is if you go east or west, you'll land on another map, so you can physically go there hex-wise. You don't have to there's no specific trick to hit the next one.
Oh, interesting. Because I guess you can just keep traversing these mountains straight north. Right. It's just that you move it only one hex per.
Yeah. So Grimley Wood, the very, very edge of Grimley Wood is on the Muckland sandbox.
Yeah.
If you continue west, you'd be in Grimley Wood and
deep in the Grimley Wood. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, I mean, in the story, going over the mountains is sort of impractical.
Right.
No one would ever do that.
Sure.
Well, those rivers have to come from somewhere.
I don't know if we impose rules against it, but
well,
this is a treacherous mountain range.
I mean, we've been up it.
There's also things in the sandbox that mitigate that, right? There's you got your Ettenspine, and there's things that can happen to you when you're in Ettenspine, but there's also the roads that you can take, which will speed up travel. And,
I mean, going through Grimley Wood through the road is what Rickety Stitch did to go north.
Right.
If I was a billionaire, I would just fund a video game of all this.
It would be amazing.
I hope you become a billionaire.
I hope I become a billionaire too.
And then Shrim is just go this way. Same, it's over a treacherous mountain pass, but you've got
what's that orange there? Is that a river that runs through it?
Yes.
No, I was just
that's
with clouds.
Oh, clouds. Yeah.
That, but
there is a river there, though.
See it.
It's right here, but I don't know that it goes through.
I think there is something. I don't know if it made it in the sandbox, but there was a thing about a river that passed under the mountain that does take you to Shrim, but I don't know if that's in the book anymore.
I like the idea that if you go up that river, and it kind of dead ends into let's call it a pool or a lake, but every third Sunday of the month there is just a Shrim and a submersible waiting there to take you to Shrim.
Gather round, all aboard!
You might be talking about the giant quest,
maybe,
but if it's underground, it's not on the map.
No,
because it's underground.
That's true.
But you've got Skyreach Inn, which is a place where people stop when they're flying over the mountains.
Yeah,
from Shrim, because they have flying machines.
Okay.
That's how the Shrim generally first got to the Mucklands, is using a flying machine.
Yeah. Those are expensive,
and we've crashed one, right?
Yeah,
we did crash one.
They're easy to crash.
Yeah.
The Shrims actually waged a campaign of terror for 2 decades, and they just came over and kept carpet bombing things. And people just didn't understand where these flying.
Why don't they understand our method of saying hello?
I greet you with explosions.
They come from a brutal land that has only recently been tamed.
Yeah. Does anyone actually come from the land down under here?
Down under.
Yes.
I want everyone from the Underdark to speak of Chunder.
What is Chunder? Is it bad? That's the question I should be asking.
Find out. Men at work.
Where women go and men chunder.
Yeah.
I mean, Chunder
Chunder is to throw up. Yes. Yes.
It's what we knew from the playground when we were kids.
Yeah. The Chunder down under.
See, I like locations like this, which are just mines.
They call it mine.
Done. Okay.
Done. Ben, have you ever considered a little variety in your mine entrances? If I look over at 1615, I mean, it's very similar.
No.
Or is there a very standardized way of approaching and creating a mine?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like if you make all the mines different, then you're gonna be like, what is this thing?
Yeah.
Mm, mm-hmm.
And I think actually this might be moving over here.
Okay, gotcha.
The string of
or
mines.
Maybe this one.
In the original document, they were meant to be like you have no idea what it is, and they had names that made it unclear if they were the same or different.
Were they like Dwerg mines or something, or they were all SBL?
Yeah,
or like
some of that. They were all like they all had just like a number designation, so you didn't really know. Like it didn't really give you a hint. You had to explore it. But we changed that a little bit, make it easier.
Remind me, dwarves disappeared in the Land of Beam, and no one knows why. Or dwergs are dwarves.
There are dwarves in another region or a realm.
They don't. Okay. Yeah, they don't live here.
There are dwarves, and there are.
We've met them in Jurgurg. Okay.
There's dwarves too, and there's dwelfs.
Dwelfs. Oh yeah, no one likes to talk about dwelfs though. It's they're distasteful.
Well, they're not that distasteful. They're all the sons of Dom DeLuise.
Dagwood.
Dagwood, go back into Conan's shield.
People are witnessing the creative process. This is how things
just us goofing off
spiral out of control.
90s media.
Yeah.
Dagwood DeLuise.
Dagwood DeLuise is
Joe Parks with Dwarlocks.
It's canon now.
Fish dwarves.
Yeah.
They live in giant coral mounds deep at the bottom of the sea.
I'd watch that show.
I would too. I guess it's basically the Snorks, is it not?
Yeah, man, it really is.
Do you remember the Snorks, Ben?
Yeah.
Like the underwater Smurfs?
Yeah.
I do.
You remember the Dwergs, Ben? They're overland Dwarlocks.
Dwarlocks. He's a Dwarlock.
Wait. Is a dwarven warlock a Dwarlock? Are there dwarven warlocks where they fear magic? Do they fear magic and they only believe in rock?
Like metal?
Orches fear magic.
Yes.
Rock and metal is the only things that they're really into.
Yeah.
And we mean that non-literally. Like they love, guitar solos and headbanging.
Yeah.
Dwarves in the Land of Beam are basically Bill and Ted and Garth and Wayne.
But who's George Carlin?
He's a Marlin. He's a Finfolk.
He's a Finfolk stand-up.
George Marlin. He's a Finfolk stand-up comedian.
Yeah.
Who's dipped into a lot of voiceover.
Ben, can you scroll down just a touch? So
just a touch.
Recenter what you were seeing.
Yeah. Thank you, George.
Thank you, Ben. Is this a crystalline spires of some sort? What are these? Where are we? Take me there.
Well, this, my friend.
You can't tell us. This is special, George. This is where
we're going to revive. Yeah. That's what I'm thinking. It's obelisk.
Yeah, spoilers.
That's okay. I'll forget this by next week.
If we live.
Next week. I mean, yeah, you're going to forget it because we're not going to play for like 3 weeks.
Yeah, right.
We're just going to arc stream the entire time.
You got the 24th, 31st.
And I'll be gone on the 31st as well.
Yeah. I will meet you at our family retreat.
I mean, I could probably technically play on the 24th, but I don't know if that's a good idea.
I too can play on the 24th.
I could probably make it happen, but I probably shouldn't just because I have a lot of family things to take care of because I leave on the 25th.
It should go be humans.
No. Can't do it. Can't do it. Dwarfs. Dwarfmas.
Do dwarfs eat jerf?
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Dude,
they do CrossFit.
Pinterest is really annoying lately.
Why? I don't know. I never go on Pinterest because like it just has pop-ups after I scroll for 2 seconds and I don't want to
actually.
I can't type. I can't see what I'm typing anymore. Anybody else experiencing that?
Pinterest is a little tougher to use these days. I found George, same. Like when you look at Pinterest now, it's like you look at it for 2 seconds and then it's like an ad or a suggestion or a sponsor or whatever.
Well, it just asked me to log in and I can't be bothered.
That's true.
Like, look at this. Like I can't see what I'm typing.
I mean,
you have to accept the
yeah,
privacy
yeah.
Oh, there it is.
Lily, yeah.
This dumb.
No, Ben, no.
I'm gonna be careful about the parental settings on the Pinterest too. I have a funny story about that. I was in a meeting.
Stream safe for now.
Sort of. I was in a meeting and there was a woman giving a presentation and she jumped on Pinterest and like typed something out and like the first images that it showed were like really not work appropriate at all. And she was like mortified. Everybody laughed because it was like, wow, that's, but she's like, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry.
It's an honest mistake.
Yeah. So sorry. I don't know how this is going to happen.
Just the Washington Monument.
Yeah.
Obelisk. Fry's Electronics.
Wow.
It's Fry's
Electronics. It's sad. All the Fry's have, gone by the way.
They've all closed.
Yeah. I like that they all had themes. Like the one down here, I don't know if you guys ever went to it, the one in Burbank when you were living down here.
Once. I think.
Yeah, it's like an alien. It had a UFO crashed through the front of the store.
Oh, that's
right. And inside, it was like War of the Worlds. There was like a Jeep cut in half by a laser with like army dudes in it, and you're like, "What is the purpose of any of this?"
It's kind of cool though.
It was amazing. Like
there was one in Campbell, California, that was like all Egyptian. Like it was like looked like an old temple with like sphinxes and things.
Legends of the Hidden Temple.
Yeah, there was another one. I don't remember the one that was in Fremont or whatever. It was kind of cool. Very experiential.
Yeah.
There's one that looked exactly like a Burger King. Just said 30-foot kids club members.
Oh, word.
Oh God.
Like exactly like a McDonald's, like a giant like Hamburglar destroying the city. The McDonald's cinematic universe.
The MixCU. Because you can't do the MCU. You do the MixCU. Sounds like Pad CU. I don't know.
When Ben gives out a you got him.
He's just like wounded by my relentless assault.
MixCUs.
Grimace, Winter Soldier.
Oh God. Who is the
Mayor
Hamburglar?
McCheese, Endgame.
Yeah.
Does McDonald's still rock the whole like characters and stuff? I mean Ronald is around, but you don't see Ronald like in ads anymore, really.
Ronald is the man behind the mask, he's just like in the shadows, sitting at a desk somewhere.
Ben, I like
Ronald ain't cool no more.
Yeah, Ronald isn't cool.
Yeah.
They'll turn him into a Joker type character. They'll end up just in the rogues gallery to like all the cool McDonald's commercials now where everything is cool. Everyone's like, man, it's cool to eat here. It's so cool.
McDonald's used to be cool.
Yeah, remember when McDonald's had the Transformers Happy Meal toys? It'd be like a hot cakes and sausage like little container that transformed into like something.
I do remember that.
I wish I still had those.
I think I do still have a couple.
I respect you so much right now.
Googling McDonald's characters, guys.
What is the duck girl's name? Like the bird girl.
Oh yeah. The chicken.
Harvey Bird Girl, attorney.
Birdie the early bird.
Oh, there you go.
She's always there for breakfast.
Yeah, every time.
Breakfast.
Hamburglar, Grimace. Grimace was apparently a villain.
Grimace?
He has a heck of a redemption arc.
Grimace.
Yeah.
He's grimacing.
Redemption arc is through the roof.
He did have a redemption. There was a green grimace called Uncle O'Grimacy.
Was this like supposed to be around St. Patrick's Day?
Yeah, it was.
Some terrible around.
He was responsible for the Shamrock Shakes campaign.
Oh, Lord.
Wow. The Fry Kids.
For Fry Kids.
Officer Big Mac.
Big Mac.
Really weird if you think about it.
A lot of these things.
Captain Crook. I don't remember. Filet o fish. He's trying to steal. Captain Crook was the one trying to steal the filet of fish. He's like the Hamburglar pirate.
Wow, he's fish burglar. We didn't want to call him that. Ben, good luck drawing coral, man. That's tough.
Yeah.
It's all about the texture.
Yes, porous.
Boris Yeltsin.
Mm-hmm. Never did I think Boris Yeltsin's name would provide like endless hours of ripping, and yet it has.
Yeah, it's like an unassuming.
Yeah.
McDonald's land.
McDonald's land.
Cause MC.
What?
An
Like
alien. He was featured in a series of McDonald's commercials, including a brief appearance in the video game MC Kids, which is a thing.
That's really cool. MC Kids is super cool.
Make it wider, Ben. Make it wider. I don't know what you do.
I just don't know.
I can't conceive of how to draw coral. Like I can conceive it, but I feel like
it's all about the texture. I'm telling you. The texture of coral.
Ben, use your texture tool.
I mean,
he's not going to do that.
Use it.
Georgie likes a little bit of texture.
Jargoggle Bamboozle, Kia ora from New Zealand, Ben and James.
Hey, welcome.
Hey, how you doing?
To you too, man.
Oh, it's Colin.
Hey,
how you doing? We were just drawing map icons. Working on some coral right now.
Hello, Moss.
Hey.
Welcome to the stream.
And the dog.
We were just talking about listening to audiobooks while walking dogs.
Sure.
And is just about ready to finish the Andy Serkis Two Towers, which is
I've got like
really
2
good.
hours left.
2 hours of the Two Towers. The epic denouement.
Oh, Georgie. He make me laugh. The Georgie make
you laugh.
I'm gonna abandon this for now.
I respect it. Ben, have you considered going and putting that fishing pole in over in that little port area? I really dug Anchor Bottom's fishing pole.
Yeah, I just wanted to
need a break from it.
Get some reference before I draw it.
I got you. Have you considered a net hanging from the end of the pole instead? Too fine detail.
Probably.
I see.
Let's draw a witch's hut.
That's fun.
Yeah. I want a lot of asymmetry, Ben.
Asymmetry. I can do that for you.
Spending your time identifying bird song.
That is kind of remarkable.
That is remarkable. That's super interesting.
Yeah. Colin, what is your favorite New Zealand bird song? Like, is there a specific native bird that you really love to listen for? And we do need chicken legs for the witches.
Speaking of birds, we do have.
Yeah. Speaking of bird song. Speaking of bird song.
Speaking of bird song, there's nothing quite as majestic as a chicken.
As it struts around regally. Call it the Regal Eagle.
Regal Eagle. The Sam Eagle of Muppets fame. One of my favorite characters. Because he doesn't like any of the nonsense. I always thought that was super funny. He always plays it straight.
Yeah. You gotta have a straight man.
This is ridiculous.
Yeah.
Correct me if I'm saying this. Gotta be the Tui. It has two sets of vocal cords and sounds like a laser beam.
All right, I'm gonna find this.
Yeah, George,
Tui
hit
bird.
the YouTubes. I want to hear a Tui.
The New Zealand Tui. Across the Madeira, Nova Zelanda. Nectar feeder. All right, cool. Oh, this is cool.
I love those nectar feeders.
I love this. This is like exactly like the laser.
Hold on.
That's really cool. Another little like the white tuft they have on their chin.
Wow.
Every time we're firing a las gun in Warhammer Darktide, I will be thinking of this bird now. I have heard the magpie before. I think it sounded like R2D2. Yeah.
Yeah.
But they're dangerous birds, from what I understand. They will mess you up. That's a good question. Moss Moose wants to know if will there be a bird, I think, themed location? And I mean, the Welkins are bird people.
So
I imagine their home city, Cloud Cap.
Yeah, their home city of Cloud Cap, which is not on this map, but
as far as the north.
It is the north. I'm not sure when we're going to get to that, but there's
also could be a while before we actually get to it, but it is in our plans.
They're on this map.
I love the idea that Welkins sound like droids. I should just talk like that instead of Brendo's normal speech.
But like, what kind of droid are they? Like R2D2? Or are they like
just gonk droids? They're just gonk droids.
It's oil mouth. It's going to feel so good.
On this map, there's the Welkin Post, which is the sort of like the post office that they're bringing to the world.
Yeah,
my parents must have traveled through the Welkin Post, like not in the mail, but like that must have been a stop for them as they came down from the north. Well,
it's actually new.
Oh, a new Welkin.
It's new to the Mucklins.
My dad is there. He established it.
George is related to every sim that ever lived.
They're all Sims. Sim, Celebim. Is the mayor of Crickstop named Crix Maydeen?
That would be amazing. Colonel Maydeen. His blonde beard. It's like blonde brown beard that melts into his face. I have that action figure somewhere, but my dog chewed off one of its legs. And I kept it and played with it forever.
A foot.
I wonder how I like. That's such a funny figure to have gotten me as a kid. Like my parents, like getting me like General Crix.
Right? Like,
it's like,
was it like an arbitrary choice? Like they're just like, that one looks fine.
All right, the one that looks like he, works for Deloitte. I guess we'll get that. It's like, oh no, don't give me the stormtrooper. Give me the guy that comes with a stick and
has a 70s haircut.
Has a 70s haircut and probably works in insurance sales.
Love it. Moss is asking if you guys have watched Adventure Time. I think it's a yes. I think we all have.
Oh yeah, I love Adventure Time.
Yeah, it's a great show.
Speaking of Star Wars action figures, do you know who that is?
Is that Bren Derlin?
That's Bren Derlin, guys.
That's a Bren Derlin, if I ever saw one.
Is that an old one?
It's an old one.
I have the new. I don't have it out.
It's my Bren Derlin. I've got Bren Derlin, and I got a classic Gamorrean.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah, that's a classic. I have Jabba too. But I don't know where Jabba.
Where's Jabba? Where's the Jabba at?
Jabba no Bata.
I always wanted the original Forlom, but I have like the new, like the 90s one.
Yeah, I got Mando.
Oh.
No, it doesn't. Focus. No.
That's classic.
All right, put it by my face. No, this likes my face too much.
It does.
Well, it is the new Mandalorian 6-inch figure. And it's pretty awesome. I love that show. Flocka Kaka.
So Flocka Kaka.
Yeah. Oh, is it Ben's flying his X-Wing?
Oh, look at that.
He's making sounds too. Yes.
Lock S4 can use attack position.
Luke, you've turned off your targeted computer. I'm all right.
All right. This coral's tripping me up, I gotta say.
I was telling you, man, it's hard. James, is it about the texture?
It's about the texture.
It's about the texture.
It's about shape to me.
I agree. Because it's a lot of 3D coming at you shape,
True.
Well, I just want to make it like the trees, iconic.
Mm-hmm. Harry Iconic Jr.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I'm
so sorry.
George,
sorry.
You tickle my funny bone.
That's right. There's
make me laugh.
I make you laugh.
Moss Moose asks us a super important question here. What is our favorite Star Wars movie?
Ooh.
There's his Revenge of the Sith. Mine is Empire Strikes Back.
God, I really love Rogue One, guys.
Rogue One's good.
It's really good, but I don't think it surpasses. Yeah. Like Colin said, it's like
blasphemy.
Like my favorite recent one is definitely Rogue One, but like the original trilogy, I think they all hold the same spot in my heart.
Yeah, they meld into one.
I'm gonna go. You know what? If I'm being honest, though,
it's A New Hope.
A New Hope is like so rewatchable for me.
I've rewatched it so many times. That's the thing. Like, of all of them, that's the one I've seen the most.
Like, yes. I know that Empire Strikes Back is like the best.
Right. Like you can objectively say, yeah, like.
I mean, maybe like craft wise, but I would say that A New Hope is the best because it accomplishes so much.
Like
as
world building, right?
Like it created the franchise, yes, but it also, I mean, it's clear it was clearly influenced by things like in Kurosawa because it feels like a multi-act, like lots of things happen and brings, it's a classic,
Right.
Classique.
But Empire has like some of my favorite like quotes and.
When I was growing up,
Yoda, man.
Return of the Jedi was my favorite.
Really? I mean, it's like a good. I mean, it's great. Don't get me wrong. Yeah.
I mean, I grew up on the Ewoks. The first Star Wars movie that I saw was Caravan of Courage.
Oh, you know what? I would have said Caravan of Courage.
Oh, I love it.
Ewok adventure.
So I don't dislike the Ewoks. In fact, I love them.
Actually, loves them
Except
too
for
much.
A New Hope is great, except for the change that was made.
Oh yeah, no,
yeah,
I don't acknowledge that.
I don't even know what you're talking about. Han shot first.
Yeah, just like the worst was seeing like the head juke, and I was like, what?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Tough.
But George, have you watched Andor yet?
Mm-mm.
So if
So
you
good.
love Rogue One,
I know it's like, I know.
Andor is like, in my opinion, the best Star Wars thing that's happened in, since Caravan of Courage.
No.
I knew you were gonna say that.
I mean, I still think the Christmas special is the best thing to happen.
Oh, the holiday special.
Anything. Yeah, our holidays.
Happy
Life Day,
by the way. Happy Life Day, everybody. It's
before we forget. Man, I don't know. It's
look at us hemming and hawing.
The thing is, right? Like, I want to sit and watch Andor I'm probably gonna have to do it in a day.
That's
like just like all straight.
That
and
is a commitment.
It's one of those things where like I don't want to do anything else while I do it.
Yeah, you can't grind.
Like, I want to. Yeah,
you can't jump on the World of Warcraft treadmill and watch Andor.
Yeah, I can't be doing this.
I can't be
grinding flowers. My herbalism skill, like Joe Parks.
Yeah,
he's got to get.
Although he's just rewatching The
Sopranos
Sopranos while he's doing that. He's just watching The Sopranos over and over and over.
Yeah.
He's watching Leverage.
Yeah. You know what? I love Leverage. I love Leverage.
I know you and Joe are the same person. You like consume the same media.
We really do. And that's why I get along with your brother. I love your brother dearly. He's great. It's just like I can count on him for loving the same crap I love.
Yeah, you can count on him for Leverage. You can count on him for being an Ogre Tank and Dark Type.
Yes, I can. Let's see what else. Yeah, I think that
the best thing since Caravan of Courage. God.
I still haven't watched Book of Boba Fett because like Tram went and watched, like my wife went and watched the last episodes because she wanted to see Grogu. Like all she cares about is Baby Yoda. And I saw Swoop Gangs and I was
think it's fine, man. You could skip it.
Yeah. I think I might. I think it's gonna happen.
I didn't get much out of Book of Boba Fett.
Like that I can watch.
Andor like is riveting, but like
yeah.
I was trying to be on board early on with Book of Boba Fett, Boba Fett, and it just went too far for me.
It was once it got to about episode 3, and then when we would talk about it, Ben, before we got started working, it was just like, I don't know. That's all we had to say.
I mean, I love anything with Ming-Na Wen in it. She's great. Like ever since Chun-Li in Street Fighter, it's established her in the media canon.
Ever since ER.
Ever since ER,
yeah, really. Street Fighter, gosh. And anytime I think of Raul Julia, I think, gosh, I love Street Fighter.
But like, it makes me so sad that was like his like last. That was his last movie, right? I mean, he was like suffering battle with cancer. I can't remember, but I know he was
ill,
suffering with a terminal illness, and it like made me sad because like he gave his all to that role of M. Bison. It's like
Raul Julia,
beautiful man.
Classic.
But no one was better than JCVD's Guile.
True.
Yeah, they made Boba too nice. I can see. Yeah, I can definitely see that.
Polynesian spa.
Yeah. I appreciate what they were trying to do. What do you guys think about like the use of the word like daimyo? Like, couldn't you have come up with like a different thing? It just seems like, I don't know, like, right? It's like a Japanese term for like a warlord or a regional like ruler. And it just doesn't fit to me.
It didn't land well for me.
It didn't, right? Because I'm like, you have this beautiful universe. And while there's a lot of great like Earth history to draw from, like making this a Western, making this like the traditional like Kurosawa-esque like samurai Western kind of thing, like, but calling him daimyo, I was like, well, why would you do that?
I think it was unnecessary. But I also struggled with the fact that Boba Fett, having been a bounty hunter that worked almost exclusively for crime lords for 40 years, didn't know anything about crime or how to operate. Wow, he wasn't paying attention in school.
No.
Yeah, he's supposed to be, really canny and smart.
Yeah, like that's his whole thing. He's like, a bounty hunter is like 90% detective. It's like I didn't understand. Like it's just he just wanders around a dusty town, visiting every Chili's he sees, saying like, "Hello, everything okay?
I'll have your awesome blossom.
I'd like to order the awesome blossom.
Yeah,
and I'm gonna go back to my Polynesian spa, back to tank.
Yeah, and everyone walks up to him in the Chili's and says, "We have a Camtono of currency for you." And he's like, "What? Why?
Great. Why?
Oh,
What? Oh,
okay.
I see. I'm supposed to get that.
You filled my helmet with credits? I don't understand.
Yeah.
Is this crime? Is this how crime works?" Oh, interesting. The book of Boba Fett. If you want to know what happens after the events, it's like, okay, I get.
Oh yeah, that's what happens.
Yeah,
it'll definitely follow up the
definitely.
story on what happened to Boba, because he exits pretty quick, and it's like, well,
yeah, later.
He was so cool. Now he's Audi 5000.
Audi Lambowdy,
My brother is a huge Clone Wars fan. He's obsessed with the Clone Wars show, which is great. There's like a lot of.
I keep saying I should watch it. I just haven't done it.
I haven't seen it all.
George, you got to stop watching like Stargate SG-1.
All right, that's my wife. First of all,
you got to start watching. He's watching Sequest, Ben.
Yeah, there's 3 seasons I got to get through. I got to figure out the origins of Dagwood.
Dagwood DeLuise. He's got to find out what happens to Dagwood DeLuise.
He goes by Dag DeLuise for short.
Dag DeLuise. Dag DeLuise. I can't believe it took that long to get there.
Yeah.
All right.
I like what you're doing, Ben. That looks Ben. Yeah. You had to lean into it.
Now
you got to stay in the lines.
I hope there are no more earthquakes.
Yeah. We had an
earthquake last night. Did you feel that, James?
I didn't.
How bad was the earthquake?
4.1, but it was a nice shake.
That's enough of a Richter to get me out of bed.
Yeah.
It's like almost an Andy Richter.
Wow. Is that I can't tell if it's a fat joke or not.
Wow.
Sorry.
No, it's just like the intensity of Andy Richter.
Yeah, sorry. It wasn't actually. I just said that to make Ben uncomfortable.
Andy Richter's such an interesting dude.
So we did talk about Caravan of Courage, but we did not talk about Battle for Endor, also a classic, as far as you ask me, because I love goofy, bad Star Wars stuff. I mean, that's Battle for Endor is when they've got the Flash gremlin.
So
Peter
with Wilford Brimley.
Wilford Brimley.
What?
With Wilford Brimley. Yep.
He's got space diabetes.
And he's hanging out with a gremlin, like a Flash gremlin, like Flash, like the DC hero Flash. He's like super fast for whatever reason. And
I don't know how I feel about
there's a space witch and space pirates. All of the kids' family perished.
That's what
incomprehensible.
I couldn't deal with as a kid.
Yeah. It's
like it introduces you to death at a really early age, as opposed to some guy got blasted in the chest. And you don't know what happened to him. You don't think.
Well, it's not even like.
It's a whole character cast. It's supposed to be.
Yeah.
It's like the fact that we followed this guy and his sister for the entire movie, and then just he is killed, and the parents. Like the whole point of the point of the first movie was to save the parents, and then they just die.
Well, it's
Lord.
If it's going to be a Swiss Family Robinson in space, you can't wipe out the Swiss family. It's like then they have no struggles. It's like, well,
you wipe out the Nazis.
arrived
It's
and
fine.
They killed all the
Pirates.
The Nazis. You're thinking Swiss Alps. You're thinking
yeah.
That's funny.
That sounds.
I've got.
That sounds like something I would try to do to you, Ben. Colin, I'm with you. I'm with you. Your species ability.
I've definitely run a lot of Star Wars RPG on Endor, and we had those the enemies in Battle for Endor in there because they actually have really cool concept art.
The Ralph McQuarrie joint.
Isn't the mounts that Nick Nolte and the Mandalorian ride in the Mandalorian from Battle for Endor?
I like that you
or
say
Caravan
Nick
of Courage.
I've spoken.
He's not Queel. He's Nick Nolte.
He's Nick Nolte.
Nick Nolte.
Nick Nolte.
He's Nick Nolte.
It might be from Battle for Endor, and if not the movie, then like concept art.
I think it's in the movie. I think they ride those things, the pirates.
Yeah, it's possible.
Which is kind of a nice throwback to Battle for Endor. Battle for Endor is really odd. It's an odd movie, but for whatever reason, I don't hate it at all. It's just like, it doesn't feel like Star Wars, but does in a way.
Can you guys guess Nick Nolte's middle name?
Dagwood. Dagwood Nolte.
Nicholas King Nolte.
King Nolte?
I love it.
A great name for a crab rack.
King Nolte. Yes, for a crab rack, yes.
I'm King Nolte. I've spoken.
Oh, man.
Oh, this is
the Ralph McQuarrie concept art books are awesome. No, Colin.
And whatever Ben, don't name the layers.
Yeah. I was gonna say, Ben, do you ever go back and name the layers? But I know you do. Oh, there's some right there.
There's just too many.
Yeah.
I don't know what I'm doing at this point.
This reminds me of like when I'm playing my factory and Satisfactory, and like it's achieved maximum complexity, and like doing anything will break the entire thing, and you can't find the one thing that's like tripping your power grid.
Yeah, I'm trying to find like the layer where I put like this blue gradient.
Oh yeah, see. So I was gonna say, is that what you're going for in terms of effect with this coral? It's gonna be underwater. Nothing's protruding above the surface.
Right.
Is that it?
Oh, okay, there we go.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, there we go.
Can we watch you name it?
No, I'm not gonna name
it.
I won't give anyone the satisfaction.
And that's what I respect.
That's what
about
it's
you,
about.
Ben. Your principle.
It's about
your
not
guns.
giving anyone the satisfaction.
Yeah.
I'll die out here.
This is the hill upon which Ben will die.
Yeah. This is George Costanza stand.
Yeah, but he'll organize a little bit. Like he'll move the layers into a similar area.
Yeah, not into a folder, but
he's going to duplicate a layer and drag it over.
I've got all the text into a folder.
That's good. That's smart. Smart, actually, with a W.
Smart.
Now, let's see.
James, I like how we both thought this was going to be a short stream. I don't have anywhere to be.
We should do streams like this more often. Where this is
fine. I love doing this.
I love answering people's questions.
Audience.
It gives us an actual place where we can interact with people and answer questions.
Yeah.
Because it's fun.
Yeah. Oh, Ben, I'm loving this.
All of our homies on Discord.
Can you recenter it a little bit? Sorry. Oh, yes.
Enhance.
I am digging it.
Yeah, I love it.
This is a great, like that. You picked a great color for it.
Don't get too ahead of yourself.
I'm not patronizing you, Ben. I'm being serious.
Colors, I bet.
No, I know he is.
It's going to be colorful.
No, I just don't know if it's going to translate in the end. Might need
to. So Ben, why do you not zoom in more? Like when coloring between, is it just that this is a comfortable working like precision depth for you, or
what's
like
on the screen?
Yeah, it doesn't
like,
represent what he sees.
Oh,
he's sharing.
Man, I just thought you were so awesome and doing this like very small detail work. I'm going to continue to think that.
I'm like, a hex is like this big to me.
Oh yeah, no, this is not what we see on screen.
That doesn't really help.
This big bit is it?
You gotta be able to see it. But it's like this guy is huge. Okay, well, Ben, I thought you just had like crazy line coloring skill. I did not know you were that good.
I do.
I'm going to go ahead and keep thinking that forever.
He's a master.
Have you? So could you put little like little porous dots, like apply some kind of like brushstroke airbrush thing, little black stipples on it?
For what I think you're asking for?
Texture.
Yeah, you're asking for texture.
I bring it full circle, ladies and gentlemen.
Bring it full circle, yes.
That's how you do a gag.
Yeah.
You know, Ben I could do that.
Yeah. I mean, I'm curious as to how it would look once you're done coloring in. But I really am digging how this all turned out.
I like the orange sherbet color. It looks delicious.
Yeah, and I think it's going to look. Also, Ben, is this the same color as the other underwater kelp thing that you had?
No.
Or is this a different?
No, it's red.
Yeah. Okay. That's right. Yeah, because I know it's going to be under a filler or a filter, not filler. It's not going to be under filler.
Do you guys eat a lot of kelp?
Kelp chips.
Hello, Noodle.
Cube chips. Look at that.
I gotta do my Life Day shopping today. I've got some Life Day shopping I gotta do.
Yeah, I have not done any Life Day shopping either.
Well, you get your classic traditional red robe for your family.
Yeah. Just 4 quarts of blue milk.
Yeah. Red rober, you know.
I gotta say, my favorite thing ever is like Han Solo, like wishing Chewbacca's family Life Day, like happy Life Day. But he's like, Harrison Ford is like really earnest and chipper and happy about it, which is like so odd. Hey, buddy! Like really supportive of Chewbacca, who he's usually dismissive of.
Yeah. The Land of Eam book's going to be another bookstore, like the land. So I guess, yeah. I'll let you guys explain it. I mean, it's your property, but
yeah, for sure, 100%. The Land of Eam game is the world. There's like all this stuff in the world, and then our book series Rickety Stitch, our graphic novel series Rickety Stitch, and our book series Dungeon and Adventures all take place in the Land of Eam. And we're even working on new stories that will take place in the Land of Eam. So there's a lot to come.
The only thing missing, Ben, is texture.
It doesn't need texture.
No, it's beautiful. I love it. I do like what Colin's saying about the using like a yellow green for the kelp. I mean, I think it all looks great, but it's definitely an option.
I think Ben's thinking of that like bright red kelp.
That's
off the coast of California.
Yeah,
we're familiar with growing up.
Yeah, and this place is also called the Crimson Curl down here.
Oh,
crimson. That's another word for red. Look what he did there.
Yeah.
So
good. Right, Noodle? That's right.
I have a standing desk now, so Noodle can't just jump on it. So she'll just sit at my feet and like whine until I pick her up.
Yeah.
In fact, why don't I put that in right now?
What thing?
The voids.
The voids.
Look at all these voids. It's a lot of voids.
Wow, thanks, man.
Yeah, that's awesome.
We absolutely will. We absolutely will.
A lot more where that came from.
Yeah.
There sure is.
Yeah, we really appreciate that you showed your class Dungeon Adventures. It's awesome.
Yeah. I think we haven't got word officially yet about if book 2 will be available in Australia and New Zealand. But fingers crossed.
I forget. I mean, did they not take the whole series? I don't remember.
I think they took book 1 and they wanted to take a look at. We got some email about them wanting to take a look at book 2 not too long ago. So that's positive. Say hello to Uncle George and Ben.
Hey there, Noodle.
Noodle.
She's judging us. I feel it.
She's like purring so hard right now. She's very happy. She loves her new house.
She does love the new house.
She does. She's finally normal.
Yeah, she's like found her
She was like
spots and such.
She was scared, like at first. We were real careful with her, but now she's happy. Now she's, living the dream.
Living the dream.
Living a dream, living a dream, living a dream.
So I mean, this is the type of thing that this is how it'll look. I think.
I love it.
Look at that. Gosh, there's so many more things in the sandbox than what people have really seen us play. It's astounding.
We haven't been to that bay, have we? That was it, Dustwall Bay?
Dustwall Bay, no.
You were in that area, but
yeah, wasn't quite there yet. Yeah,
I reorganized it.
Yeah, Colin has a good question about water sports.
The answer is yes.
Yeah, heck yeah,
heck yes.
I mean, it's not in the sandbox. It's not in any rules.
But it's encouraged.
Maybe we should put that in Dingledale.
Yeah.
Like a gnomish water sports.
I like the idea of like
sea-doos.
Yeah, gnomish kite surfers and stuff,
Or those water jetpacks.
Yeah. God, I love it.
All they do is party in Dingledale. It's always spring break.
Well, it's coming up on 2 hours.
Yeah, this has been a good
I feel like I got some decent
decompressing
progress.
stream.
Yeah, for sure.
A lot of stuff in river country. I think I just need to get some more solid pencil drawings under there.
Yeah, you do.
Well, we can always break up the Land of Eam actual plays with more stuff like this.
Yeah, let us know in the comments if this is something that you want to see like on a more regular basis, or we can punctuate it once a month or something. Who knows?
Colin, I'm not going to share that on the screen, but that's super funny.
I love it.
Oh, classic.
All right, well, guys.
Yeah, it was fun to hang out. We are probably going to be out for a couple of weeks for the holiday break, but we'll still be lurking around Discord, and you can definitely check out other actual plays. And if you guys want to check out Land of Eam or any of the other stuff, just go to landofeam.com. We've got the free quick start guide when you sign up for the newsletter, and a bunch of information about our other series that take place in the Land of Eam. And if you're doing your holiday shopping, check out that stuff too, because I think there's some great sales on Amazon right now. So you can get like Rickety Stitch Book 3 at a discount. Same with Dungeoneer Adventures. And we really appreciate all your support. And especially to all you folks on Patreon. Like, we wouldn't be able to do this every week without your help.
Keeping the lights on.
Indeed. So thanks again.
Yeah, thanks a lot.
And
thanks everyone for hanging out. And yeah.
Happy holidays, happy Life
holidays.
Day. And we will see you in a couple weeks.
Gonna go watch the Battle for Endor.
Yeah, you are.
And then top it off with some Star Wars Christmas special, followed by season 1 of Droids.
Sounds like a holiday miracle.
That's a packed Saturday if there ever was one.
All right. Take it easy, team.
Bye-bye.
Bye, guys.